Hello, everybody, and welcome to Romancefull's Tarot. I'm about to begin here with a reading. Now, this is a reading for the sign of Taurus for July 28th, 2020. That being said, this is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to everybody. So please do take whatever resonates with you, what feels good with you, and the rest of it, just leave it aside. If, however, you would like to have a personal reading, so your questions, your answers, your life, please do contact me at romancefulltarot@gmail.com, and it'll be my great pleasure to send you the information on what type of readings I can offer you. Also, if you do enjoy my channel and you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel before, we forget about it. And that way you'll be supporting and encouraging my channel and myself. So without further ado, let's begin this reading. So this is a 3-card spread. I'm using a fairy godmother message. And this is all about your love. So this is for the sign of Taurus, and this is your love life, okay? So let's see what kind of messages we can get in it, what kind of cues, what's positive, what's less positive, what's going to happen. Let's go and see. So we're going to start by turning over the cards. I have victimhood, I have shame, and I have authority. Okay, so we're going to begin over here with the first card, which is victimhood. So this here is your first card. And voila, that is our victimhood. Now, victimhood here is, now, all I have to say is what this card is saying is dry your tears, okay? Because we're down here and we're quite sad here because we're the victim. There's no need to be sad. In fact, there's no need to be down in the dumps at all, okay, when this card shows up. For the fairy has waved this magic and the eyes will be open to an amazing life, okay, that you could and do actually have. Now, I realize that a few situations have not turned out the way that, fairy godmother would have liked. But for too long now, okay, fairy godmother has watched you cry a river. Sweet one, do you not realize that you're dwelling on what has been? Okay? What has been now, I do say again. Stand up, shake yourself off, and reinvent your life. There's no more poor me. Okay? What you expect in life will indeed show up. Unfortunately, you're in a place of expecting the worst, and you are now playing the role very well, I may add, of the victim. So you presume now that nothing will work out the way that you hoped for. You expect others to take a dim view of you and are highly sensitive to what you deem as being victimized. Now, need I go on this subject? I certainly could, because all the tears are for nothing but getting you attention and pity here. It does not work. However, do you really want to spend your life in a state of feeling wretched, isolated, and feeling sorry for yourself? I could even suggest that deep down you enjoy the attention. Sorry, but it's time for tough love here. So pick yourself up and take some responsibility for your actions. Make steps to break out of the victim's mentality and look at the lessons that could be learned here. Work on eliminating feelings of frustration and expectation that someone is obliged to satisfy you. You're going to find by doing so that the victimized paranoid feelings that inevitably arise will soon dissolve. And ultimately, freedom will beckon as you fuel your weary mind with the positive expectations and peace that it craves. So very, very worth it to, not do this victimization here. And then we have the card of shame. Now, what a horrible situation you find yourself in here. You're racked with pain as you reflect upon that which has disgraced you or brought about regret to you. Now I, your ever-caring fairy godmother, wish you to understand that despite the dishonor that you feel, I see you through the eyes of love. Everyone makes mistakes as they traverse this path called life. And they get caught up, in traps of pitfalls along the way. There's ups and there's downs, okay? The trick is to keeping your consciousness from giving yourself a good battering, is to learn from this lesson and move on. Something you weren't doing here. Learn your lesson and move on over here. So, making sure that from now on, everything you do and you say is going to be honorable as you do the best you possibly can. So forgive yourself and earn it from others who may be reeling from your actions by coming from a place of good intentions. However, if people are judging you for something that was out of your control or that they disapprove of, then shaming you is not acceptable. It is up to them to get over it and to not be your judge and jury. Sometimes you may find yourself at the grips, okay, and control of another person. If someone is making you do something that you do not wish to, but feel you are in a dangerous position, you do not do their bidding. Then you are not to be blamed or shamed whatsoever. Please, please speak to someone that you can trust. Confide in this person and tell them everything, no matter how shameful or disgraceful you do feel. Fairy Godmother is here to assure you that you are not to blame in any way, and that by speaking up, the truth shall be revealed and you shall not be harmed. I am keeping you protected as you take these brave steps towards your feelings, yourself, from the grips of bully energy that are surrounding you. Okay? And we're going to finish it off over here with a card of authority. So authority here is really all about you don't like to conform. Okay, is pretty much what it is. You don't like to conform like the rest of society here. Where areas others, automatically just adhere to authority. You require these so-called leaders to prove their worth and walk their talk before they earn any respect from you. You naturally sense dishonesty and cannot bear to be patronized. You have a warrior spirit which has the ability to sniff out anyone who lacks integrity, and that includes old institutions and systems that can no longer stand up to new energies. Now, you support the fall of a corrupt religion and governments, education, and even legal systems. But what you do not stand for, it does not resonate sincerely with your power. Meaning that, unfortunately, your behavior and strong feelings often get you in trouble. And some find your outbursts and reactions to authority rather threatening. You struggle when you're faced with a structural position, whether at home, school, workplace, and do not relate well to dysfunctional situations. But don't back down, okay? You came here to change things, okay? And you're going to change things. If you've ever felt isolated and like no one understands you, fear not. You're not the only one. There are others out there just like you, and together your collective purpose is to bring about a new world of fairness, truth, and honor. Now, call on me in times of difficulty and I will help you smooth the way so you can be heard. So this does conclude your love reading. So you do have to be very careful here about playing the victim. Okay, it's really not giving you any good whatsoever. You need to block out also anything that comes from the past. Here again, we're talking about the past, but I feel as though there's been bad things that has happened to you, and you need to speak it out. You need to speak the truth. You need to speak it so you can let go of that baggage. And this is all about you really just not liking to conform. You don't like authority. You don't like to conform, and this could be a problem. Throughout life, it could be a problem, and it could be positive depending how it is that you do use your non-conformity here. And same thing, you need to use that in a balanced way in your relationship. So that being said, this does conclude this reading. I do hope that you enjoyed it. I do hope that you found some interesting messages. If ever you would like to have a private reading, romancefulltarot@gmail.com. And in the meanwhile, please don't forget to subscribe, and we'll be seeing each other tomorrow with a daily snapshot. Have a great day.